And ownership. I'm also the last speaker, so we'll get this going. The question was, in general, how are insurance products taxed? And I'm going to break them down by different types, but I'm going to start out with life insurance. Life insurance is one of the few elements that actually the death benefit passes on income tax-free. Can have a huge gain. You could theoretically pay one premium of $1,000 and get $1 million death benefit. All that passes on income tax-free. If it's a permanent type policy, the cash values accrue on a tax-deferred basis. So as the cash values build up, there's no tax along the way. When you take money out, you can take it out on an income tax-free basis, and on life insurance, it's basis out first. You see the little asterisk, and this is providing it's not a MEC. And you probably are saying, now, what the heck is a MEC? Well, a MEC is simply a life insurance policy that's been funded too quickly. We had a seminar about that, but basically, if you go through our office, you probably will not have a policy be a MEC. If it is a MEC, the first two things still are true, that the death benefit still passes on income tax-free, and the cash values still do accrue on a tax-deferred basis. So being a MEC is not disastrous at all if it ends in a death benefit. Only if you take money out. If it's not a MEC, it's cost basis out first, up to the cost basis, which is the premiums paid for life insurance. And then after that, you can switch to policy loans and still get the money out income tax-free. All this works great as long as the policy ends in death. If it lapses, and it will lapse with no value, then all the values that exceeded the cost basis are taxable at that time. By the way, a little asterisk there, also, if a policy is a MEC and you take money out before age 59 and a half, there'd be a 10% penalty just like on annuities. But most of the time, it's not going to be a MEC. So life insurance has many tax advantage types of accruing values, passing on your stated income tax-free, so it's a nice thing. One of the questions that came up, however, is does who owns the policy and various things, does that change how life insurance is taxed? And the answer is that it can be. This is a chart that looks like I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it's got a lot of I's and O's and S's and P's and T's and everything else. But bottom line here is that with life insurance, you're going to have an insured. You're always going to have an owner. The owner many times is the payer, but the payer could be different than the owner. And you're going to have a beneficiary. But for the owner, the insured, and the beneficiary, those three can't all be different. There has to be two of those have to be the same. So normal situation is a person owns their own policy, so the insured is the owner, they pay their own premiums, and they name somebody else a beneficiary, their wife, their kids, whoever. And death benefit passes on income tax-free. That's the way we like it. 99% or probably 80% of what it is, that's the way it is. The second one is here where the insured is the owner, but not necessarily the payer. The payer could be, many times it is either the business, but many times we see this as being a ex-spouse. So what happens is that, let's say the wife is the insured and is the owner of the policy, but the ex-spouse, the ex-husband, is paying the premiums, and someone else is the beneficiary, let's say that the children,